In the wake of an alien invasion that ravaged Earth, one small-town family discovers a miracle amidst the chaos. An alien child left behind, abandoned by his own kind. As they take him into their home and hearts, they embark on a journey of love, sacrifice, and the boundless capacity of the human spirit. But keeping his existence a secret becomes increasingly challenging as they navigate the complexities of raising a child from another world. Join us as we delve into the extraordinary tale of a boy who straddles two worlds, seeking belonging and purpose in a universe filled with uncertainty. Chapter 1. The Arrival. As the dust settled and the echoes of destruction faded, we stumbled upon him, a lone figure amidst the rubble. His large, almond-shaped eyes held a gaze both curious and apprehensive, as if he too struggled to comprehend the upheaval surrounding him. Clad in strange garments and bearing markings unlike anything we had ever seen, he stood out like a beacon of otherworldly mystery against the backdrop of our shattered town. With hesitant steps, we approached, unsure of what to expect. Little did we know that this chance encounter would forever alter the course of our lives. My heart raced as I drew closer to the enigmatic figure, his presence radiating an aura of both vulnerability and resilience. His skin, a soft shade of lilac, shimmered under the faint glow of twilight, hinting at an origin far beyond the reaches of our understanding. Yet, despite his alien appearance, there was an unmistakable air of innocence about him, a child lost in a world not his own. "Hey there, little guy," I said softly, extending a trembling hand in greeting. To my relief, he didn't recoil but regarded me with a mixture of wariness and curiosity. As I crouched down to his level, I noticed the intricate patterns adorning his clothing, each line and curve telling a story of a culture far removed from our own. Who were his people, and why had they forsaken him amidst the chaos of their invasion? Questions swirled in my mind, but for now all that mattered was ensuring his safety and well-being. "Are you okay?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. He blinked, seemingly processing my words before nodding ever so slightly. It was a small gesture, but it filled me with a sense of hope, that perhaps, amidst the devastation, we could find a way to bridge the gap between our worlds. With a tentative smile, I offered him my hand, silently inviting him to join us. And to my astonishment, he accepted, his tiny fingers wrapping around mine with a trust born of innocence. Together, we made our way back to the remnants of our town, where my family awaited with both trepidation and wonder. Little did we know that this encounter would mark the beginning of an extraordinary journey, one that would test our bonds, challenge our beliefs, and ultimately redefine what it means to be human. Chapter 2. A Stranger in Our Midst. Bringing the alien child home was met with a mix of reactions from my family. My parents, ever the compassionate souls, welcomed him with open arms, seeing only a child in need of love and care. But my younger brother, Jake, eyed him with suspicion, his brows furrowed in uncertainty. "What is he doing here?" Jake demanded, his voice tinged with apprehension. "He's lost, Jake," I explained, trying to ease his concerns. "We can't just leave him out there all alone." Jake remained unconvinced, casting wary glances at our unexpected guest. It was understandable. After all, the sight of an alien child in our midst was enough to unsettle even the bravest of souls. As the days passed, however, something remarkable began to happen. Despite our differences, the alien child, whom we had come to know as Zara, began to integrate into our family with surprising ease. He picked up our language quickly, his lilting accent adding a touch of exoticism to his words. He shared meals with us, his eyes widening in delight at the flavors and textures of our world. And most importantly, he forged bonds with each member of our family, his presence weaving a thread of unity amidst the chaos of our lives. But amidst the newfound joy of having Zara with us, there lingered an ever-present sense of uncertainty. How long could we keep his existence a secret? And what dangers lurked beyond the safety of our home, waiting to tear apart the fragile peace we had built? As I watched Zara laugh and play with my younger siblings, I couldn't help but wonder what fate had in store for him. For in this small-town sanctuary, He had found not only refuge but also a family willing to protect him at any cost, even if it meant facing the unknown together. Chapter 3: Secrets and Discoveries. Keeping Zara's presence hidden proved to be more challenging than we had anticipated. Despite our best efforts to shield him from prying eyes, rumors began to spread like wildfire through our tight-knit community. Whispers of strange sightings and unexplained phenomena swept through the town, casting a shadow of suspicion over our once peaceful existence. Fearing the repercussions of discovery, my family and I retreated further into secrecy, venturing out only when absolutely necessary and avoiding any unnecessary attention. But try as we might to maintain the illusion of normalcy, the truth refused to stay buried for long. It was during one of our rare outings that we encountered a group of strangers, government agents, they claimed, who had been scouring the area in search of any signs of extraterrestrial activity. Their arrival sent a shiver down my spine, igniting a primal fear deep within me. What would happen if they discovered Zara? Would they take him away, subject him to experiments and scrutiny beyond his comprehension? Desperate to protect him, we concocted a plan to keep Zara hidden from prying eyes, even as the noose of suspicion tightened around us. We converted the attic into a makeshift sanctuary, complete with provisions and comforts to sustain him during his confinement. It was a drastic measure, but one we deemed necessary to ensure his safety. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, we lived in a constant state of fear and uncertainty. Each knock on the door sent our hearts racing, each whispered rumor a dagger to the soul. But through it all, one thing remained constant: our unwavering determination to protect Zara, no matter the cost. Little did we know that our actions would set into motion a chain of events that would alter the course of our lives forever, leading us down a path fraught with danger, deception, and ultimately, redemption. For in the darkest of times, even the smallest flicker of hope can illuminate the way forward, guiding us toward a future where love conquers all. Chapter 4: Growing Pains. As Zara grew older, so too did the challenges we faced in keeping him hidden from the outside world. His boundless curiosity and insatiable thirst for knowledge often led him to push the boundaries of his confinement, testing the limits of our carefully constructed facade. It was during one such escapade that disaster struck. In his eagerness to explore the world beyond the attic, Zara accidentally stumbled upon a loose floorboard, sending him crashing through the ceiling and into the room below. The sound of splintering would echo through the house, shattering the fragile peace we had fought so hard to maintain. Panic surged through me as I raced to Zara's side, my heart pounding with fear. What if someone had heard the commotion? What if they discovered him, exposed and vulnerable, trapped in a world that feared and misunderstood him? But as I gazed into Zara's eyes, wide with shock and uncertainty, I knew that we couldn't give up now. We had come too far, sacrificed too much, to let our fears consume us. Together, we would find a way to weather this storm, to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. With trembling hands, we set about repairing the damage, patching up the hole in the ceiling and erasing any traces of Zara's inadvertent escape. It was a race against time, every moment fraught with the possibility of discovery. But as the last nail was hammered into place, a sense of relief washed over us, tempered by the knowledge that our ordeal was far from over. For in the wake of Zara's accident, we were forced to confront a harsh reality: that no matter how hard we tried to protect him, there would always be forces beyond our control, lurking in the shadows, waiting to tear apart the fragile fabric of our existence. And yet, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, one thing remained constant: our unwavering resolve to stand by Zara's side, no matter the cost. Chapter 5: Bonds and Betrayals. In the aftermath of Zara's accident, tensions within our family began to simmer beneath the surface, threatening to unravel the fragile bonds that held us together. My parents, burdened by the weight of our secret, grew increasingly distant, their smiles strained and forced. Jake, ever the skeptic, viewed Zara's presence as a liability, a threat to the stability of our once peaceful existence. But amidst the turmoil, a glimmer of hope emerged in the form of unexpected allies, friends who, despite the risks, stood by our side, offering support and solace in our darkest hour. It was a testament to the power of friendship, of the unbreakable bonds forged in the crucible of adversity. Yet even as we leaned on our newfound allies for strength, shadows lurked in the periphery, threatening to tear us apart from within. Rumors of Zara's existence continued to spread like wildfire through the town, fueled by fear and mistrust. And in our desperation to protect him, we unwittingly drew the attention of those who sought to exploit his otherworldly abilities for their own nefarious purposes. It was a betrayal of the highest order, one that would test the limits of our loyalty and the depths of our resolve. For in a world where trust was a rare commodity, we were forced to confront the harsh reality that sometimes the greatest threats came not from without, but from within. But amidst the turmoil and betrayal, one thing remained constant: our unwavering commitment to each other, to stand together as a family in the face of adversity. For in the end, it was our bonds of love and loyalty that would see us through the darkest of times, guiding us toward a future where hope reigns eternal and the light of truth shines bright. Chapter 6: Lessons in Humanity. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Zara's presence continued to shape our lives in ways we could never have imagined. Despite the challenges we faced and the dangers that lurked around every corner, he remained a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding us of the power of compassion and the resilience of the human spirit. With each passing day, Zara grew stronger and more confident, his alien origins fading into the background as he embraced his newfound identity as a member of our family. He laughed and played with my siblings, his infectious joy spreading like wildfire through our home. He helped my parents with chores around the house, his willingness to pitch in a testament to his gratitude for everything they had done for him. But amidst the laughter and camaraderie, there were moments of sadness and longing, moments when Zara would gaze wistfully out the window, his eyes filled with a longing for the world he had left behind. It was during these moments that I was reminded of the sacrifices he had made, the losses he had endured in order to be with us. And yet, despite the pain of his past, Zara remained unwavering in his belief in the inherent goodness of humanity. He saw the beauty in the world around him, even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. And in his presence, we too began to see the world through new eyes, to appreciate the simple joys of life that we had once taken for granted. For in the end, it was Zara who taught us the true meaning of humanity, not in the color of our skin or the shape of our eyes, but in the kindness of our hearts and the depth of our compassion. And as we stood together, united in our shared humanity, we knew that no matter what the future held, we would face it together as a family. Chapter 7: Unraveling Mysteries. As Zara settled into our family, a sense of normalcy began to return to our lives. Yet, beneath the surface, a lingering sense of unease remained, fueled by the unanswered questions that surrounded his arrival and the mysteries of his alien origins. Determined to uncover the truth, I embarked on a journey of discovery, scouring old newspapers and archives for any mention of the alien invasion that had brought Zara to our doorstep. What I found was a patchwork of half-truths and conspiracy theories, each more outlandish than the last. But amidst the chaos of misinformation, one name stood out like a beacon in the darkness. Dr. Elizabeth Caldwell, a renowned scientist who had been at the forefront of research into extraterrestrial life. Intrigued, I reached out to her, hoping that she might shed some light on Zara's origins. To my surprise, Dr. Caldwell agreed to meet with me, her curiosity piqued by the tale of the alien child living among us. As we sat together in her cluttered laboratory, she shared with me her own experiences with the aliens, their advanced technology, their inscrutable motives, and the devastating impact of their invasion on our world. But it was what she revealed next that sent a shiver down my spine: the existence of a secret government agency tasked with monitoring and studying extraterrestrial life, known only as the Echelon Group. According to Dr. Caldwell, they would stop at nothing to unravel the mysteries of the universe, even if it meant sacrificing innocent lives in the process. Fearing for Zara's safety, I resolved to keep our meeting a secret, knowing that any association with Dr. Caldwell could spell disaster for our family. But as the shadows of conspiracy closed in around us, I couldn't shake the feeling that our troubles were far from over, that the true dangers lay not in the stars above, but in the hearts of men. Chapter 8. Facing the Truth. With each passing day, the weight of our secret grew heavier, pressing down on us like a leaden cloak. Despite our best efforts to shield Zara from the dangers that lurked beyond our doorstep, the tendrils of conspiracy continued to close in around us, threatening to tear apart the fragile peace we had fought so hard to maintain. Desperate for answers, I reached out to Dr. Caldwell once more, hoping that she might provide some insight into the shadowy forces that sought to unravel our lives. But what I discovered was far more sinister than I could have imagined. According to Dr. Caldwell, the Echelon Group was not content to simply monitor and study extraterrestrial life. They sought to control it, to harness its power for their own nefarious purposes. And Zara, with his unique abilities and otherworldly origins, was the key to unlocking their darkest desires. Fearing for Zara's safety, I knew that we had to act, and act fast. But as I gathered my family together to reveal the truth, I was met with resistance and disbelief. How could we possibly stand up to an organization as powerful and ruthless as the Echelon Group? And what hope did we have of protecting Zara from their grasp? But in the face of overwhelming odds, we refused to back down. With steely resolve, we set about formulating a plan to expose the truth, to shine a light on the darkness that threatened to consume us all. And though the road ahead would be fraught with danger and uncertainty, we knew that we could not afford to fail, not when the fate of our family, and perhaps the fate of the world itself, hung in the balance. Chapter 9. Trials and Tribulations. As we set our plan into motion, we quickly realized that the path ahead would be fraught with danger and uncertainty. Every step we took was met with resistance, every move we made scrutinized by the watchful eyes of our enemies. But despite the obstacles that lay before us, we pressed on, fueled by a fierce determination to protect Zara at all costs. With each passing day, our resolve grew stronger, our bond as a family unbreakable in the face of adversity. Together, we navigated a labyrinth of deceit and betrayal, weaving through the tangled web of lies and half-truths that had ensnared us. And though our journey was perilous, we drew strength from each other, finding solace in the knowledge that we were not alone. Yet even as we forged ahead, danger lurked around every corner, threatening to derail our plans and tear us apart. But we refused to be swayed by fear or doubt, clinging to the hope that justice would prevail in the end. And as we faced each trial and tribulation head-on, we knew that our actions would not only determine the fate of Zara, but also the fate of humanity itself. For in the darkest of times, it is often the smallest acts of courage that shine the brightest, illuminating the path forward and guiding us toward a future where freedom and justice reign supreme. Chapter 10. Finding Home. Despite the trials and tribulations we faced, our determination to protect Zara never wavered. With each passing day, our bond as a family grew stronger, forged in the crucible of adversity. And as we drew closer to our goal, we knew that the time had come to confront our enemies head-on. Gathering our courage, we set out to expose the truth behind the Echelon Group's sinister agenda, armed with nothing but our convictions and the unwavering support of our allies. It was a risky gambit, one that could cost us everything, but we refused to back down, knowing that the fate of our family, and perhaps the fate of the world itself, hung in the balance. As we delved deeper into the heart of the conspiracy, we uncovered secrets that shook us to our core, secrets that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of our reality. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, one thing remained constant: our unwavering belief in the power of love and the strength of the human spirit. And as we stood together, united in our determination to protect Zara and expose the truth, we knew that no matter what the future held, we would face it together, as a family. For in the end, it is not our origins or our circumstances that define us, but the choices we make and the bonds we forge along the way. And as we emerged from the shadows, battered but unbroken, we knew that we had finally found our true home, in each other's hearts. Chapter 11. Navigating Two Worlds. With the truth exposed and our enemies vanquished, we faced a new challenge: how to navigate the delicate balance between Zara's alien heritage and his newfound place within our family and community. As Zara grappled with the complexities of his dual identity, we stood by his side, offering support and guidance as he sought to reconcile the disparate pieces of his past and present. Together, we embarked on a journey of self-discovery, exploring the depths of his alien abilities and the boundless potential that lay within. But even as Zara embraced his unique gifts, he remained acutely aware of the challenges that lay ahead. Would he ever truly belong in a world that feared and mistrusted the unknown? And could he ever find peace amidst the chaos of his tumultuous existence? As he wrestled with these questions, we stood by his side, offering words of encouragement and comfort in his darkest hours. And though the road ahead was fraught with uncertainty, we knew that together, we could overcome any obstacle that stood in our way. For in the end, it was not our differences that defined us, but the strength of our bonds and the depth of our love. And as we navigated the treacherous waters of two worlds, we knew that no matter what the future held, we would face it together, as a family. Chapter 12. Confronting the Past. As Zara continued to grapple with his identity and place in the world, the shadows of his past loomed ever larger, threatening to engulf him in darkness once more. Determined to confront the demons that haunted him, he embarked on a journey of self-discovery, delving deep into the recesses of his memory in search of answers. With each revelation, Zara uncovered fragments of his forgotten past, memories of a world torn apart by war, of loved ones lost and sacrifices made. And though the pain of his past threatened to consume him, he refused to be defined by his tragedies, choosing instead to embrace the hope and possibility of a brighter future. But as he confronted the ghosts of his past, Zara soon realized that the greatest battles were not fought on distant battlefields, but within the depths of his own heart. For in order to truly move forward, he would need to confront his fears and insecurities head-on, embracing the strength and resilience that lay within. With the unwavering support of his family and friends, Zara embarked on a journey of healing and self-discovery, determined to forge a new path for himself, one defined not by the scars of his past, but by the boundless potential of his future. And as he emerged from the crucible of his trials, stronger and more determined than ever before, Zara knew that he had finally found the peace and acceptance he had been searching for. A home not just among the stars, but within the hearts of those who loved him unconditionally. Chapter 13. The Power of Love. As Zara's journey of self-discovery unfolded, he discovered a truth that transcended the boundaries of time and space: the transformative power of love. It was love that had guided him through the darkest days of his past, offering solace and comfort in the face of unspeakable tragedy. And it was love that had brought him to our doorstep, leading him to a family who embraced him as one of their own. But as Zara delved deeper into the mysteries of the human heart, he realized that love was more than just a feeling. It was a force of nature, capable of bridging the divide between worlds and uniting even the most unlikely of allies. With each passing day, Zara witnessed the power of love in action, as my family and I stood by his side, offering unwavering support and acceptance in the face of adversity. And though the road ahead was fraught with challenges, we knew that as long as we had love in our hearts, we could overcome any obstacle that stood in our way. For in the end, it was love that bound us together, transcending the boundaries of race, species, and circumstance. And as we embraced the power of love, we discovered that the greatest adventure of all was the journey of the heart, a journey that would lead us to places beyond our wildest dreams and unite us in a bond that could never be broken. Chapter 14. Into the Unknown. With the power of love as our guiding light, we embarked on a journey into the unknown, determined to carve out a future filled with hope and possibility. As we ventured forth, we encountered new challenges and obstacles, each one testing the limits of our courage and resilience. But with Zara by our side, we knew that no challenge was insurmountable, no obstacle too daunting to overcome. Together, we forged ahead, navigating the twists and turns of fate with unwavering determination and unwavering resolve. And though the road ahead was uncertain, we faced it with open hearts and steadfast faith, knowing that as long as we had each other, we could weather any storm that came our way. As we journeyed deeper into the unknown, we discovered new worlds and new horizons, each one brimming with possibility and adventure. And though the path ahead was fraught with danger, we embraced the journey with open arms, eager to explore the wonders that awaited us. For in the end, it was not the destination that mattered, but the journey itself. The bonds we forged, the lessons we learned, and the memories we created along the way. And as we ventured forth into the unknown, we did so with hope in our hearts and love as our guiding star, knowing that together, we could conquer any challenge that lay ahead. Chapter 15. A New Beginning. As our journey drew to a close, we found ourselves standing at the threshold of a new beginning, a future filled with endless possibilities and boundless potential. With the weight of our past behind us and the promise of tomorrow stretching out before us, we embraced the dawn of a new era with open hearts and eager minds. For in the wake of our trials and tribulations, we had emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before, united in our shared purpose and unwavering in our resolve. As we looked to the future, we knew that challenges would inevitably arise, and obstacles would block our path. But armed with the lessons we had learned and the bonds we had forged, we were ready to face whatever the universe had in store for us. For in the end, it was not the destination that defined us, but the journey itself. The experiences we shared, the friendships we forged, and the love that bound us together as a family. And as we stepped forward into the unknown, we did so with hope in our hearts and the knowledge that no matter what lay ahead, we would face it together, as one. For in the end, it was not our differences that divided us, but our shared humanity that united us in a bond that could never be broken.